The world is becoming increasingly interested in North Korea and its way of life. However, we know extremely little about this country. Even those who have been there might give absolutely contradictory accounts. North Korea is a bizarre country to say the least. There are weird rules and systems in the country which believes the deceased founder Kim Il-sung still rules the regime in spirit form. For decades, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, more commonly known as North Korea, has been one of the world's most secretive countries. Want to know more about North Korea? Here are 15 unknown facts about North Korea that you probably didn't know before seeing this video. Number 1. North Korea have their own calendar and own time zone. It may be the 21st century for the rest of the world, but for people in North Korea, it's still the 109th Jewish year. The North Korean Jewish calendar begins from April 15, 1912, the date of birth of its founder Kim Il-sung. North Korea created its own time zone, called Pyongyang Time, named after the North Korean capital, which is 30 minutes behind South Korea and Japan. The country started using Pyongyang Time on August 15, 2015, to celebrate the 70th anniversary of Korea's liberation from Japan. Pyongyang Time was the time zone used before Japanese rule. Number 2. There is a 3 generations of punishment policy. The 3-generation punishment rule is a horrifying reality of the country which can't stand any criticism from its citizens. If one person commits a crime, his entire bloodline, including the grandparents, parents, and children, are sent to prison. Number 3. North Korea has a 100% literacy rate. The CIA World Factbook defines literate people as those ages 15 and over who can read and write. North Korea has self-reported its literacy rate as 100% for both men and women. Number 4. North Koreans born after the Korean War are about 2 inches shorter than South Koreans on average. This height difference is attributed to the fact that 6 million North Koreans are in need of food, and 1/3 of children are chronically malnourished. Number 5. Parents have to provide desks and chairs for their kids. Parents who send their kids to school are required to provide their own desks and chairs. Some students are also forced to do laborious tasks for the government, such as collecting discarded material. Number 6. North Korea has no taxes. Officially, there are no domestic taxes in North Korea. North Korean propaganda claims that North Korea is the world's only tax-free country. Taxation was abolished in 1974 as part of the Old World. Only organizations and individuals who are making money outside the country are not released from it. Number 7. Blue jeans are banned in the country. North Korea sees blue jeans as a symbol of US imperialism and hence, has banned it in the country. Number 8. North Korean sports. North Korea has their own rules for basketball. The North Korean basketball rules say that slam dunks are worth 3 points. And field goals in the final 3 minutes of the game are worth 8 points, as opposed to the normal 2 points. In football, North Korea scored a goal against Brazil in the 2010 World Cup. But they ultimately lost 2-1. Number 9. Home to the world's largest stadium. With seats for 150,000 people, the Rungradeo Mayday Stadium in North Korea is without a doubt the biggest stadium in the world. Number 10. Power cut every night. You know how occasional power cuts are so annoying. Now imagine the state of North Koreans whose entire country goes dark at night. It's apparently due to the energy crisis in the state that it can't supply sufficient electricity to homes. This was revealed after a photo of North Korea taken from space went viral. Number 11. North Koreans vote in no-choice parliamentary elections. Voting for the Supreme People's Assembly is mandatory and there's no choice of candidates. With the country's totalitarian regime and the same family ruling since 1948, it's rather funny that the elections are held in North Korea. The voters have only one option to choose from. Whether it's the election for a mayor, provincial governors, or local assemblies, there is only one candidate on the ballot in each district. What a farce! Number 12. There are only 3 TV channels in North Korea. Korean Central Television, KCTV, is the main channel and it's available all over the country. The others are only available on the weekends. South Korean operas are very popular, and are illegally broadcasted or smuggled in. However, if the regime finds out about it, the penalty could be as harsh as death. Every North Korean household has been given a government radio that can't be turned off. You're only allowed to turn the volume down. Number 13. Pyongyang is only for trustworthy citizens. All citizens of Pyongyang are known as trustworthy citizens that are loyal to the regime. Kim Jong-un and the government decides who and if someone is worthy to live in the capital. Life is very different in Pyongyang, and as of 2018, there are even restaurants serving international food, such as hamburgers and pizza. Additionally, the owner of any dirty vehicle entering the capital city is fined and those traveling out of the capital need a travel certificate. Number 14. North Korean men and women have a choice of just 15 approved hairstyles. Yes, you heard that right. North Korean government has 15 official hairstyles approved and all men and women in the country have to follow the same hairstyles as other hairstyles are banned. Spiked hair are exclusively banned because the government thinks it's rebellious. This North Korea restriction was brought in by the country's leader Kim Jong-un in 2013, where he did not include his own hairstyle because he wanted to keep it unique. Number 15. Kim Jong-il was a film buff. Reportedly owned 20,000 videotapes. His favorite are reported to have been Rambo, Friday the 13th, Godzilla and the Eternal Bosom of Hot Love. It's one of the popular stories that dictator Kim Jong-il kidnapped a film director, Shin Sang-ok and his wife, actor Choi In-hee in 1978 to inject creativity in North Korean films. Later in 1986, after being held against their will for almost a decade, the couple gradually earned the dictator's trust and escaped during a trip to Austria where they were promoting North Korean films. This is the end of 15 unknown facts about North Korea. If you enjoyed this video, and want to hear from me again, be sure to press the subscribe button, and also click on the bell icon to get notified.